I got a fishing pole with worms from Tom Sawyer when he went fishing. I got a bucket from where he did whitewash. Marbles from when he traded for painting the fence. A dead cat. The thing Tom and Huck Finn swore for Mom. His handkerchief. Snake. Corn pipe. Painkiller. Twine. I got window pane. An oar. A chalkboard. Candle. Slingshot. Oh, that was supposed to be a half-eaten apple. And a doorknob.
What's wrong with that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 2.
Every place has its own unique history, and that uniqueness creates a sense of identity for that place. And it is small places where that identity is most important. And one such place is located along the banks of the Mississippi River. It's in Missouri, and it's a place called Hannibal, named after the famous Carthaginian general who marched elephants across the Alps in his war with the Romans. However, Hannibal, Missouri is also the hometown of Samuel Langhorne Clemens, or Mark Twain as he was better known. And it was from Twain's own childhood experiences, growing up here, that he wrote The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Every 4th of July, Hannibal celebrates that legacy with an event called Tom Sawyer Days.
I think being in Hannibal, and celebrating America the way we do with our 4th of July celebration, gives people an opportunity to kind of step back in time.
Why did you want to become Tom Sawyer?
Well, we had a competition in that, and we read the book in that, and thought it would be pretty neat to dress up as Tom Sawyer and paint a fence.
The most dramatic part of the weekend is during the National Fence Painting Contest, inspired by how Tom Sawyer tricked his friends into paying for the privilege of painting his Aunt Polly's fence. This is supposedly the very fence that young Tom Sawyer gave orders to his painting crew. Today's Tom Sawyer wannabes not only test their ability to splash pigment upon wood, they're also called upon to recreate his image, or some derivative thereof.
Oh, good, yeah.
Getting the paraphernalia together winds up being almost like a scavenger hunt.
There's all kinds of stuff in here, firecrackers, candle, a key, and then I got marbles here, in here.
What you got in here?
The knife blade, some chalk.
The contestants are inspected for having the stuff Tom Sawyer would have had, such as a dog collar with no dog and a dead rat.
I am just about done. All right, pack it up and send it on in.
Look at it fly, Doc. There goes one.
After a few elimination rounds, finally, the big event.
On your mark, get set, go! To the left, getting those tops. There we go. Corn. And come on, tear it on back down.
And first place in the 1999 National Fence Painting Competition from Hannibal, Philip Brown.
The prizes aren't very big. The winner gets his name on a trophy, $25, his picture in the paper, and the privilege of being known as the winner of the National Fence Painting Contest.
Congratulations, Doc! Oh, baby, I'm so happy for you. You did great.
Go, girls, go, 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 go!
Now, lest the girls feel left out of all the fun, there's the Tomboy Sawyer contest for the female gender.
When did you decide you wanted to do this?
As soon as my brother said he wanted to be in the Tom Sawyer fence painting contest.
The girls do everything the boys do. Actually, they do more. That's because they get to compete in other events of skill and daring, such as bubblegum blowing.
And what's your favorite gum for blowing?
You have to mix Bubblicious and Bazooka.
watermelon seed spitting,
Well, I practiced blowing bubbles and racing in sacks and spitting watermelon seeds.
go, and minnow catching, among other things.
This is going to be fun.
Okay, the ones that have done this, go on to the next, what you haven't done.
Why don't we have everybody else get out and step aside except for 23, 11, and 14. We'll look at the three of them and pick the winner from those three. How's that sound? 23, 11, and 14. Stay in the center here, please.
Gender equity aside, it still looks like a beauty contest to me. Of course, just like the boys, they got to whitewash a fence too.
That leaves number one down there. Where did she come in?
The ever-present judges
She tied for second, third. Well, then she's got to win the heat, doesn't she?
And they've all
and the winners.
T-shirts as well as certificates for entering the contest.
Vicky Tolliver won for watermelon seed spitting.
Did you have any special technique that you practice?
Yeah, I practiced last week. I always did real close to my dog, and of course she started barking at me. Of course, she really nervous me. How I did was I just put it on my tongue and curled my tongue, and then I just spit it out. That's my special way to do it.
I noticed when you were spitting, you put your whole body into it.
Yeah, that's how my dad told me to do, instead of going like that, because it would probably knock it off.
So your dad gave you some good advice.
Yes, he's really a wonderful father.
I truly believe that small towns have an unwritten rule stating that they must always include a local talent show, preferably with dancers, and that's the rule. And Hannibal is no exception. Not to be outdone, the Chamber of Commerce sponsors a local Tom and Becky contest, where 7th graders vie for the privilege of representing the town of Hannibal for a year, acting as official ambassadors to the world. And this year's top winners. They get to be in parades and have their pictures taken with frogs.
What are all the things you had to do?
We had to go through a series of interviews, and we had to take a test, and that got us down to the final 5 boys and 5 girls.
Now, have people started coming up and asking you for your autograph yet?
Yeah.
That must be cool.
They did that when we were at orientation, and it was one of the judging periods we went through. People would come up and ask the Beckys and the Toms for their autograph.
One of Mark Twain's more infamous stories was The Jumping Frog of Calaveras County. In it, 2 men gambled on how far a pair of frogs could jump. One man rigged the contest by pouring buckshot down the throat of his rival's frog. In honor of that great sporting event, Hannibal holds its own frog jumping contest. If you don't have your own frog, Boy Scout Troop number 154 will loan you one for a small donation.
It's definitely a middle America. You put a seed in your mouth and you spit it, and that's something to be proud of. And you get a frog and you pat behind its tail and try to see how far it can jump. And you paint a fence as quick as you can and you run back. And it's just a fun thing to do. And there are no great prizes, there are no great rewards of money for it. You just get your name in the book for every year after that as having won that particular contest. And it is just intended to be fun, and that's appropriate for those days.
Tom Sawyer Days undeniably plays into the ideal of the great American myth. But so what? The unique history of this small Midwestern town gives it its special identity.
I would first and foremost like to thank Mark Twain, because without him,
Hannibal would be just another river town. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer would have never been written, and most importantly, this contest would have never taken place.